How many times have we heard people say that males don't sell?
Did he just spread our legs? Did he just open up our legs?
This is quite the slap in the face for these people, guys. I mean, what?
You see that? This game right here, it made $30 million last month.
I have been saying it. I have been saying it.
I need to go talk to Silas. Oh God, if he was in front of me, I would throw his fucking. Oh my God.
So let's talk about Love and Deepspace. If you have been anywhere near Twitter in the last few days, you've probably seen the discourse. This game has taken over whether people love it, hate it, critique it, or defend it with the passion of Amber Heard's lawyer.
And so this gets you your 15 minutes of fame.
And here's the kicker. This all started with what should have been a happy moment for the community. The Love and Deepspace developers rolled out the 3.0 update with a bunch of new features, something players should have been celebrating. But because this is the internet, what should have been a simple update quickly spiraled into one of the most bizarre gaming controversies we've seen in a while. Now let's break down what actually happened. The 3.0 update introduced a bunch of quality of life changes and minigames. Normal stuff. Nothing too shocking, but one feature broke the internet. Meet the Remind Me feature. Where your in-game boyfriend can remind you about important things. It is split into 3 categories. First one is the daily reminders, the basics. Did you eat today? Or you should sleep, it's late. You know, like a concerned and caring partner would say. And the second is the special event reminders. Birthdays, anniversaries, major meetings, basically a glorified Google Calendar, but make it anime boyfriend. The third, it's the period reminders. Yep, the one that started the fire. The game lets you track your cycle, and your virtual boyfriend will politely check in with, your period is coming soon. Do you have enough supplies? And if you're feeling bad, he even rubs your stomach. That's it. That's the feature. And contrary to popular belief, there is no something like, I can smell the crimson tide, my love. And there is no something like, now is the time for our most primal embrace. It's really just simple, practical reminder. The same thing an actual boyfriend who pays attention would do. But of course, the internet did what the internet does best, lose its collective mind. A single tweet about the period tracker went viral, and suddenly, Love and Deepspace was trending. People outside of the gacha bubble, people who probably didn't know this game existed, started weighing in. Some people called it the most boyfriend-coded feature ever, and the others called it the most gooner behavior imaginable. And that is where things got interesting. And Twitter did what Twitter does best. It splits into 2 aggressively opposed camps. On one side, we have the critiques, the people who saw the words anime boyfriend and period tracker in the same sentence and immediately screamed, this is the most gooner behavior imaginable. There is no way an actual boyfriend says that. What? I guess according to them, letting a fictional man remind you about your cycle is somehow a sign of depravity. Like the game is training women to become dangerously dependent on their 2D boyfriends. And there's the defenders, who are equally loud, passionate, declaring, this is the most boyfriend-coded feature ever created. Because realistically, what is so weird about this? A good boyfriend, one that actually pays attention, would remember important dates, check in on your well-being, and maybe even show concern about your period. Now here is where things get frustrating. A lot of these reactions were based on complete misinformation. People took one out of context tweet and ran with it, assuming the game was about to have men whispering, it smells like the ocean, my love. When in reality, the reminders are shockingly normal. The worst thing they can do, ask if you have pads or painkillers. Oh my God, that's so scary. And again, because this is the internet, logic was thrown out of the window. Instead of actually looking into how the feature works, people started debating the entire game's existence. Because apparently the fate of society hinges on whether or not a dating sim has gone too far. And this brings us to a much bigger issue. People have absolutely no idea what a gooner game actually means. They just pass it around like your mother, all term for anything even remotely attractive. Like at this rate, everything is a gooner game. Genshin Impact drops a new character with a dramatic, flashy old gooner game. Wuthering Waves have characters that love you back. Gooner game. Zenless Zone Zero. Okay, that one might actually be a gooner game, but you get the point. So let's clarify things for the people who have been misusing this term like it's a free real estate. According to the Urban Dictionary, the greatest source of internet knowledge that is somehow both unhinged and alarmingly accurate, a gooner is someone addicted to consuming adult content, often to the point of being in a trance-like or euphoric state. Gooning is essentially getting so mentally locked in that you lose all sense of reality, like some kind of feral gremlin permanently glued to their screen. So if we take that definition at face value, a gooner game would have to be explicitly designed to cater to this kind of audience. Basically an adult game packed with excessive fan service, suggestive material, and content meant to keep you in that headspace. So now, let's go back to the question. Is the period tracker feature gooner bait? Absolutely not. Is Love and Deepspace as a whole a gooner game? Absolutely. Let's not kid ourselves. This game is literally designed to make you obsessed with these men. You've got abs flashing, self insert chest caressing, caressing, finger biting, and let's be real, rat teaming? We are gonna pretend that that's not gooner bait? Are we real right? But the real question isn't whether it's a gooner game. The question is, why are people pretending it isn't? Stop lying to yourself. This game is designed to be an over-the-top romantic fantasy, cranked up to a maximum thirst appeal. It is not subtle. The men are absurdly hot, ridiculously possessive, and so deeply obsessed with you that real-life version of them would have been arrested multiple times by now. It is extra, but that's the whole point. And honestly, that's fine. People play games for escapism, whether it's God of War.
There are consequences to saying the N-word.
Why? How do you know? How do you know?
Call of Duty, or a game where an anime boyfriend calls you how pretty you are every morning.
Okay, actually, he's really hot.
Oh my god.
Wait, actually, low-key, was Zayd's
Oh,
kind of
I would let him track my period. Oh my god.
The point is to immerse yourself in a world that isn't real life. If you enjoy it, good for you. If you want to throw your paycheck at an interactive yandere simulator, go ahead. Just don't pretend it's anything other than what it is. The problem isn't the game. The problem is when people start blurring the lines between fantasy and reality. But alright, let's get into the real reason why I made this video. Because I can't stand hypocrisy. Simple as that. One of my biggest pet peeves, people acting all high and mighty, looking down on others for doing the exact same thing they do. Like, congratulations, you are now Legends Gaming. And recently, I saw a tweet that is so ridiculous that I physically reacted. You ever read something so cringe that your whole body rejects it? Like your soul tries to eject itself from your body. Yeah, that was me. The tweet basically boiled down to women goon better than men. And I'm sorry, I got a full body secondhand embarrassment. Full system shutdown. And if you didn't understand what I was saying, let me put it in girl terms. I got the ick. Now this tweet has a ton of likes, which in internet logic means absolutely nothing. If you've watched my videos, you know that I don't care what the majority thinks. I stand for what is actually right, not what's popular. Men calling lads a gooner game but don't realize women are so obsessed with these virtual men because they actually treat women the way real men never could. Now, at first you might be thinking, huh, okay, let her cook, right? Like, let's have a look at the next one. Maybe it is a gooner game to some, but I'll happily goon to a game that shows me the true meaning of love and companionship, something I've never received from a real man. Madame, you have just contradicted yourself in real time, like live on air, zero lag. First, you're saying Love in Deepspace isn't a gooner game. It's just women enjoying deep emotional connections with these fictional men. But then, not even a full thread later, you admit that you're happily gooning to it because it's the closest thing to love you've ever had. So which is it? Is it an emotional experience? Or are you just down bad? Because it can't be both. And look, I don't know what kind of men you've been with. I don't know your past. And I'm not here to invalidate your experiences. There are absolutely awful men out there, but there's also good ones. And sitting here making blanket statements about the entire gender because your personal experiences, yeah, that's kind of crazy behavior. Because if you truly believe that the only real love and companionship you'll ever get is from a mobile game designed to extract money from you, I need you to sit down and ask yourself, is this a healthy way to think? Or is this a coping mechanism that just happens to have in-app purchases? Listen, if you enjoy the game, great. Go wild. Spend all your money. Marry your favorite PNG. I do not care. But what you're not going to do is sit here and tell me that this game has shown you the true meaning of love and companionship. That is not love. That is not companionship. That is an algorithm programmed to say what you want to hear, exactly when you want to hear it. You are not in a relationship. You are not being loved. You are engaging with a program, a moving PNG and a voice actor. And let's be clear, the developers know exactly what they're doing. These games are designed to mimic emotional intimacy to get you to stay, engage, and ultimately spend money. It is a calculated strategy to keep you hooked. So when you say, I'll happily goon to a game that shows me true love, I just have one question. Did you ever stop for a second and think about how insane that sounds? Because if your new standard for real love is something that only exists because of a dev team in China coded it to say exactly what you want to hear, you are high on delusion. Like, let's be real. There is no way you typed this out and didn't giggle to yourself. At some point, you have to look at your own words and go, wait a minute, maybe this is a little bit too crazy. But of course, she doesn't stop there. She takes it even further. Pretty sure all your ZZZ waifus do for you is bounce their boobs and make you hard. Lads, men, show what real love is in both the purest and also the sexiest ways. Lily, Lily, girl, you are on another level of delusion right now. You are Travis Scott. You are highest in the room. First of all, let's not even pretend that Zenless Zone Zero isn't a gooner game for men. That is not even a debate. The fan service is obvious. It exists. It's intentional. We know this. But you're sitting here trying to act like Love in Deepspace is pure while you are literally taming 𝗖cie𝗽𝗆𝗆𝗵𝘁. And this man dry humps you, breathes down your neck, whispers sweet nothings, and kisses you on command. How is this not worse than some implied fan service? I have played all these games. I I have played these games before, and I've seen what Genshin Impact, Wuthering Waves, and 𝗖𝗍𝗆𝗏 have to offer. And let me tell you, none of them have you making out with the main character. But Love and Deepspace, oh, you are deep in it. You are romantically entangled with a man who does not exist. So let's be real now, please. You are the same as us, the thing you've been talking down to other people for. You are doing the exact same thing. So get off your high horse, put some self-awareness in your inventory, and just admit it. You goon just like the rest of us. Where you go, I go. Where you see, I see. You are me. I am you. You are playing a game that is specifically designed to emotionally manipulate you. The developers are not your friends. They are not crafting a game out of the goodness of their hearts so that you personally can experience true love. They are using you. They are keeping you engaged so that you stay immersed, keep playing, and most importantly, keep spending. This isn't about love. This is about money. And let's be real, they do not want you to function in society. If you are so deep into this game that you are unironically calling it a real relationship and claiming it has taught you the purest and true meaning of love, I hate to break it to you, but you're exactly the person they're targeting. And that is the wildest part. You are no different from the people you criticize. You might even be worse, because at least the guys playing these gooner games aren't pretending it's something it's not. They are not out here calling their waifus their soulmates and saying they've never experienced love like this before. They are fully aware of what they're doing. You, on the other hand, you are coping. But of course, at the end of the day, if you love the game, play it. If you want to spend money, go ahead. It's your wallet, your time, your body, your choice. But what you're not going to do is act like you're above the rest of us, because if we're sinners, then you are right here in hell with us.
Are you gonna play it? Am I gonna play it? Jeez. I mean, you know, I don't like playing girl characters, right? Maybe if it was a male character. Wait, no, because that would imply